Hi, it's Miss Julie, and we're going to be doing 5 things today. First, we'll say hello. Hello, how are you? I miss you. The second thing we're going to do is talk about the weather, but also the seasons, because seasons and weather go together. Third, we're going to read a story. Fourth, we'll play a game. And fifth, we'll say goodbye. So we already said hello. Hello, how are you? Now we are going to talk about the seasons. So there's 4 seasons. There's spring, when the days are getting longer and the trees have flowers on them. There's summer, when the days get even longer and warmer and there's green leaves on the trees. Then the days start getting shorter and the leaves turn kind of red and orange and brown. That's called autumn. I think we're kind of in autumn right now. But then all the leaves fall off and sometimes it snows, and that's called winter. So we're gonna try to figure out what the season is right now. What is the season? What is the season? Could it be spring? Could it be summer? Could it be autumn? Could it be winter? What is the season? What is the season? Well, it's been very rainy and windy, but the sun still comes out. It's starting to get colder. It's autumn. The wind is blowing the leaves off. Soon, all the leaves will be off the trees, and it will be cold enough to snow. So it's kind of autumn, getting close to winter. We're in the middle. It's at the end of autumn and the beginning of winter. Starting to get cold. Be sure to wear a coat. That's the seasons we're talking about. Now we're gonna do our story. And the story today is called The Busy Squirrel. He is a very busy squirrel, but we need to get ready for our story. So let's touch our shoulders, touch your chin. Now it's time to begin. Touch your elbow where it bends. No more talking to your friends. Touch your belly, touch your knees. Now it's time to listen, please. This is the busy little squirrel. The leaves are falling and the air is getting cold. It is time for Squirrel to get ready for winter. I think the winter is coming. Squeak, squeak, said the mouse. Will you nibble a pumpkin with us? But Squirrel couldn't. He said no. He was so busy. Tweet, tweet, said the bird. Will you rest on a branch with us? No, Squirrel couldn't. He was so busy. Croak, croak, said the frog. Will you hop rocks with us? The squirrel said he couldn't. He was so busy. Look, he's collecting berries. He needs to have lots of food for the winter. He has to save all the foods from fall and autumn for winter. Oh, kitties. Meow, meow, said Cat. Will you lie in the sun with us? But Squirrel couldn't. He was so busy. Now he's getting some acorns. Oh, there's some bees up in the tree, it looks like. Dogs. Woof, woof, said Dog. Will you run in the field with us? Do you think Squirrel can run in the field with the dogs? No, but Squirrel couldn't. He was so busy. He's gathering all kinds of food for the winter. Hoo, hoo, called the owl. Will you watch the moon with us? Oh, it's nighttime. The moon came out. But Squirrel says no, because look, he can't even talk. He's fast asleep with all the food that he collected for the winter. I think Squirrel is going to go in the tree and sleep for the winter. And that is the end. The end. Now I'm going to show you a game. That's the fourth thing. That has all kinds of different animals from our story. I'll bring over the pictures for you to see. Okay. So in the first animal we found in our story was a squirrel. And guess what? Squirrels live in trees. So I'm gonna put the squirrel right there. He lives in the tree. What was the next animal in our story? Let's see if we can find it. Oh, there it is. Mouse. There's a mouse. And a mouse can live in a tree. Sometimes they live in a little hole. Sometimes they live on the ground. They don't always live in a tree. What's our next animal? Oh, a bird. Do we have a bird here we can put in the tree? It's a bird. Bird. Birds live in trees. All right, what other animals were in here? This is a good book. Oh, I see frogs. Do I have a frog? There's a spider, a bee. I found a frog. A frog. And he can live in a tree. He's a small frog called a tree frog. Actually, the frogs in this story, I think, live in a pond. So frogs can live in trees if they're a tree frog, or in the pond if they're a water frog. Let's see, what else do we have? Meow, meow. It's the cat. I don't think cats live in trees, but they do climb the trees. So I'm gonna put this cat near the squirrel. Oh, this was not in the story words, but it's in the story pictures, and there's some bees, and bees live in trees. It's a bee. They live in the tree. Woof, woof. That's a dog. I do not have a picture of a dog. This is a picture of a different animal called a skunk, and the skunk lives on the ground, and so do dogs. They don't live in trees. Who else do I have? Oh, look, it's an owl, a mommy owl and some baby owls. I have a picture of an owl right here. An owl lives in the tree. That's it. Those are all the animals, but I have two more up here. Let me show you what they are. There's a spider. A spider lives in the tree. And this one is called a bat. And a bat lives in the tree, but you know what? They often hang upside down from a branch. So I'll put him upside down. Who lives in a tree? All these animals live in the tree. That's pretty cool. All right, boys and girls, it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye.